everybody, Susin Nielsen, and today I have a 30 plus book haul for you. So in my last video I told you that I was not doing fine, and it is a little bit better. I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing things that I never really could because some things are very scary. Like last week I went to a concert by myself. I was shitting my pants, and the fact that there were just only 15 people was even scarier. But I promised you all a book haul, so let's go. I'm not really gonna go into details because it's 30 plus books, and I think that I still have 2 other books on my shelf. We're just gonna dive into these books, and I will shortly tell you what it's about, and I will leave all the books in the description box down below, so if you want to check them out for yourself, do that, okay? The first book is Optimists Die First by Susin Nielsen. This is a book about 2 people meeting each other at school. One has panic attacks and anxiety, and you see how she's dealing with that, and it is a really lovely book. I've read it already and it was the right time. Then we have a book by one of my favorite authors of all times, I'm Not Your Negro. This is based on a documentary that they made. It's by James Baldwin. I freaking love this man. You should really check out his work. Lord of the Shadows. Ooh, it's shining. Lord of the Shadows. This is by Cassandra, Clare, and I freaking love her series, but I do have to say that I haven't finished the first book, but when I saw that this one was coming out, I had to pre-order it. Do it, yes. So yeah, I find it, I don't know how she can write so many words. So when I was younger, and you know that transition before you're gonna go into the adulthood, I absolutely love this man. This is Nicholas Evans, and it is The Brave. It's the Dutch version, and it's called Forgiveness. I absolutely love his books. It made me think about a lot of really grown-up stuff, and yes, grown-up stuff is so important in life. I love young adult, but I also just love contemporaries. We call it romance books, but it's not typically romance. But you just have to pick up a book by him if you just really want to sit down, relax. Do I want to compare him to Nicholas Sparks? No, not really, because I do think these have more depth. Then I picked up Carve by Veronica Roth. I loved the Divergent series, so when I saw that she had a new book coming out, I had to have it. And look at this cover. It's so pretty. I do have to say that the new camera is like super distracting. Like, where should I check myself? Don't check yourself. I know I'm always late. I haven't read it yet, but I love the pace in her story, so I'm really curious what this is going to be about. Then we have a book by Michel, and it's The Pinguin Lessons, and it's based on a true story. It is a true story. I don't know if it's his story or that he's writing it for another person, but I think this is going to be a super emotional book because I love stories about animals. I seriously do, and especially when they teach you things, it just it breaks my heart in a good way. It's so cute. Then we have a book by Eimear McBride, and it is The Lesser Bohemian. When I was in London last year, I saw this book and I was like, and I was walking past it and I was like, that book, I need to get back to that book. So I went back and I bought it and I read it. Yeah, I read it. I tried to. The sky was slowly, she went into his pockets. There were, can you follow me? I can't, and my mind was not in the right place to be getting this. This is so, to me, so poetic, so creative, but you really have to be in the right mood to get what she is seriously talking about, or at least I think it's a she. I did get the story, but at the same time I was doubting my own opinions and thoughts and imagination because I was like, clouds, her bucket, Then we got a book by Hiromi Kawakami, and it is Strange Weather in Tokyo. It's a really thin book. It's pretty shiny. I already read this. Can you see see my face? You see, the thing is, I want to read books by more authors. And when I say more authors, I'm saying not just like American authors. I want to read books by all kinds of ethnicities. So I picked this up because I was like, yes, a love story, let's do that. And it was just like, okay. It's a story about a younger woman dating an older man. That's all I can tell you. Pick it up for yourself and give me your opinion. It was just not even like because of the age difference that I was like, because no, I wasn't shook. I love to read stories about that because I love the way people think, and love is love, so who am I to judge? But it was just meh. And then I got Paulo, Like the Flowing River. These are just short stories, short thoughts by Paulo Coelho. Coelho, I don't know. I love this man. I am never disappointed. I just absolutely love his writing style, and he always makes me think, and I love people who make me think. Like when he says one thing, he means the other, and I love that. So it was different because normally it's just one story that I read by him, but this. And then we have a book by Karen McManus. And it's a Dutch version, and it's One of Us is Lying. Do you see this compelling cover? Yes, one of them is lying. I haven't really found out yet who it is because I'm this far in, but we'll see. What I do know is that I've been reading all kinds of books at the same time, and it's not working. Totally not. One time I'm like, oh, okay. And then in this book I'm like, oh, okay. And then another book I'm like, oh, okay. No, it's not working. I need to focus on, ew, I spit it. I need to focus on one book. Then a book that I'm also reading by Jenny Han. And it is going to be a movie. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And this is like the first time in my whole life that I'm so glad with the casting. So glad. It is amazing. It is Always and Forever Lara Jane. It is the last book in the series. I'm this far in. This is my go-to-sleep book. And no, not because it's boring, but because it's just like so easy and it's so lovey-dovey. And I just absolutely love the way that Jenny Han is writing. So yeah. Then we have a Sara Barnard with A Quiet Kind of Thunder. Look at this cover. Can you see it? It has gold and pink. Oh my god. This is a book about sign language and a girl who is a selective mute, so she chooses not to speak. This combination, it is absolutely amazing. Like here you have like the British sign language signs. So for anyone in Holland who asks me, is it everywhere around the world the same? Anybody can understand sign language, right? No. It is easier, but this, you need two hands. In Holland, we just need one hand, and so forth. So I can just give them this book when they ask me these stupid questions. But this story is absolutely amazing. I read it in like 2 days because it was so easy and so lovely and so warm, and I just absolutely needed this. Thank you, Sara Barnard. I love to read people their names. Giles? I don't know, I'm sorry. And it's The Edge of Everything, and Cassandra Clare even wrote about this book, or like recommended it, wrote about this book. Look at these pages. I don't know if you can see it, but they are orange, okay? It's so amazing. But you see that more authors are trying to do this to their books, like making them pink, making the pages gold, but I just absolutely love it. You know, a thing that occurred to me is that when we show you guys these books, we always say that this is going to be amazing, but I don't know in which life. Like, I only have this life, but I have so many books to read, and if I keep buying, then I have to keep on reading, and I don't know when. I seriously don't know when. So yes, all these books that I buy are books that I absolutely want to read, but I have no idea when. I think I need another life next to this one, and if I die, I need to come back just for my books. I held this series off for such a long time. I got the second book, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I can still remember that people were raving on BookTube about this series, and I was like... Then I read the first book and I was like, it's so kick-ass. I have to read the second one. And it was like, buy one and get the other one, you know, for the half of the price. I was like, I'm gonna take it. Hello, there we have Sherlock. This is something that I bought at the book fest. And it was only €5 and it's a Dutch version, of course, because they barely had any good English books, but okay. And yeah, it's a study I've read. I have no clue, I've never read his books. I just absolutely love the TV show. Can't help it. But yeah, maybe if I'm bored one day, I could pick this up. Yeah. Then we got a book by Maria Semple, and it is Where is My Bernadette. Is that even the same in English? Sorry, I have to check. Yeah. Oh, where'd you go, Bernadette? I saw this book a lot of times, multiple times, and every time I was like, no, I want to read a young adult. No, I don't want this book. But this time it was only €2. I had to pick it up. I was just talking about Nicholas Sparks. Here we have him. This book was only €4, so I was like, at the book fest, let's take this one. It is The Notebook and the Letter, or it says Message in a Bottle. I'm sorry with these Dutch titles, I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, I haven't even seen The Notebook, you know. I have it on DVD and I haven't seen it yet. And a lot of people swear by it that it's the best love story ever, but I just haven't found it out yet. I just absolutely love Nicholas Sparks. It just, to me, this is ultimate vacation book, and I'm planning on a vacation just for me, myself, and Ikas. And then I also bought everything, and I also already read it, and it is by Nicola Yoon, and a lot of people, or Yoon, already saw the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet because I really wanted to read the book first. I thought it was such a lovely story, but the ending, I was like, I hope you get what I mean. I just, meh. But the book, until the ending. Then the last book that I picked up, oh, the picture, at the book fest is by Jodi Picoult, and she writes like a monster. It's super serious. Well, I'm not saying that there's no humor, but she writes about topics that you're like, who told you that story? What kind of friends do you have? I just don't know how she comes up with it, but she does. And this is like picture perfect. And people say that it's a genuine page turn. I already started it because I didn't have a book with me when I went to the book fest. That's what I meant with I read too freaking many books at the same time. I can't concentrate on just one. Okay. Another book that I started and haven't finished yet. This is just getting so freaking embarrassing. I got Caitlin Glasgow, Girl in Pieces. I saw this book a few months back in a bookstore here in Salem, where I live. And I was like, no, it's gonna be so super depressing. No, I don't want to read it. And then I saw it again and I was like, no, and I didn't see it in other bookstores. I just saw it in this one bookstore and I was like, okay, let me go back, and if it's there, I'm gonna buy it. So I went there and I was like, yeah, I have birthday money, so I'm allowed to buy books, and I got a book card, so I was like, yeah, so it's not really my money that I'm spending. And I saw this and I had to have it, and I read it until this far. This writing style, this woman is a freaking genius. It's like she knows how some of us think when we are in a really bad place. And when I say a really bad place, a really bad place. Especially when you want to get better, but you just still have that numb emptiness feeling. A lot of people don't even know what that even feels like, and I hope you never will. But for the people who do know what a depression or other illnesses feel like, this woman, I'm not talking about this is about a depression, but this girl is going through a lot of shit, and she's hospitalized with other girls, and it is so amazing. You should really just pick it up. If you're into these kind of stories, pick it up. She writes magnifique. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, this story, but I fell so in love with her style, and it's not depressing at all, because sometimes when you already feel really bad, you don't need to read books that is gonna make you feel even worse. But just read it. Then, okay, this is not, they call it young adult, but it's not really young adult. Yeah, to me this is, yeah, it's young adult. Let's say it's young adult. It's like silver, and it's like the last book in this series, and I have a whole different kind of cover from the other ones. It's also a Dutch version, so I don't know why they changed it. It's by Kirsten Gare, and it's just a really cute story about a girl who can just, you know, move in her dreams, and other people can do that too. But Kirsten Gare is also the one from Ruby Red series. Her writing style, if you've read that series, it is hilarious, and I need a fresh light book in my life. Then my not so little sister anymore bought The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas for me. I haven't read it yet. I saw this in a lot of videos. People were raving about it, that it was really good, so I need to read it. So thank you, sis, for buying it. Oh well, such fun, as you can see. I already started it. But technically this one doesn't even count, because this is like a book that you daily have to read. It's Miranda's daily dose of such fun. This woman is so funny, and her life is my life. Like, the way she does her things and acts, it's amazing. And I know that it's based on true things, so she's just like a really good remedy for me. I love to watch her show. And she wrote it because she thought this would be really good for people with anxiety. So you need to do this on a daily basis. So yeah, I can still read this every day. I have to read this every day. Awesome. But I think I would just put this away and then start in January, because I haven't started doing the things, and I would really want to know what these things are. Let me check. You need to eat with your fingers today, little bites. It's non-cutlery day. Note, it's slightly cheating if you are free enough to eat a pie or fish and chips in public with just your hands. This is the only day I would say to wonderful people like you, curtail your freedom. And I am someone who actually is going to do these things. Like, yeah, nice. Miranda, such fun. I saw this on TV, and they basically are never talking about books, but this time they were talking about books because it was Dutch Book Week, and I think this is already 2 years ago, and it's The Ice Twin. And it is a thriller, and I'm not really a fan of thrillers because I got super scary, because my imagination is like so wild and big and anxious and so oh my god, that was like Dutch, etc. And I kept seeing this book, and then one day it was like in sale, and it was only €8.95, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick you up. I really need to read this, but it's so scary. It's not really like, wow, I'm gonna get you, but I hate it when I don't know things in a book, and it's like nerve-wracking, okay? And then last but not least, I had to buy it. Like, I've been wanting to do this for years now. When I was younger, I had read, I think, the third and the fourth book, and then I quit it because the movies came out, and I was like, I want to do a readathon with myself and read it. I bought the Harry Potter box, and whoa, that will be a video of how I met Harry Potter, and not like the real one, but how I came in contact with this magical world that I can't get rid of ever since. Slytherin all the way. Respect all the other houses, but throughout all these years I've done a different kind of test, and every time I'm Slytherin. Like, true Slytherin. But anyways, I started the first book, and I just really want to read this, but I want to do a readathon, you know, like really get it in one sit, not one sitting, just read it within 24 hours. And of course that's not gonna work, but at least like the first 2 at least, come on. So yeah, those were my books, and I hope you liked this video. I'm sorry that I didn't really go into the depth of what the stories were about. I will link the names of the books in the description box down below, because this is way too much to be talking about. I'm sorry. But I still hope that you liked this video, and if you did, then please give it a thumbs up, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. Yeah. After this video, I'm like, you know, this made me think, because now I'm like, why do I read so many different books? Like, it's already really hard for me to focus, so please focus on just one book. At least one book that I have before I go to bed, and one book who's going to sit in my bag, because now I have like 8 books that I'm reading at the same time. Not fun. Not such fun. No. So if you have bought any of these books or you've already read them, then please let me know in the comment box down below, or what book you would like to read. Yeah. And I will see you in my next video. Why do I feel like doing this? Do you sometimes question your own behavior? Yeah, me does. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Enjoy your evening, afternoon, morning. I don't know when you're gonna see this, but thank you for watching. Ciao, kaya.